Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Come in and join me. Sit down, get comfy, because today's video is going to be all about me delving into the world of cushion foundations. Cushion foundations. This is a whole new thing to me. I've never been down the cushion foundation route before, but recently I wanted to try them because I don't know if you saw a few videos ago, I discovered Borean, the BB creams and the CC creams, and I absolutely fell in love with that CC cream and I've been wearing it a lot. And obviously it's Korean, isn't it? Borean is a Korean beauty brand, and I really like what they do. I've been researching that brand and other Korean beauty brands, and I found out loads. And one of the things I found out was that the whole cushion foundation concept was started in Korea. They're very innovative in Korea, and they do tend to innovate and come out with products and different things and different ways of doing things before the Western brands do. So it just intrigued me and it really piqued my interest. So I thought I'm going to try a few of these cushion foundations and see what I think. And the three that I got my hands on were, the first one is the TirTir, the Mask Red, or the Red Mask Cushion Foundation. You may have heard of this one. It went viral, didn't it, last year on TikTok and on YouTube. It was very popular last year. TirTir is obviously a Korean brand, so I wanted to try that one, definitely. And I got a couple of others as well that I want to just compare with it and just see how they work on my 48-year-old skin. And I got my first ever product from Sculpted by Aimee, and this is her cream, what's it called, the cream cushion foundation by Sculpted by Aimee. And this one looks really beautiful as well, and it's been very popular. Obviously Amy Connolly, she's an Irish makeup artist. It's her own business, her own company, and it looks like she's got some really lovely products. I've never tried them until I bought this, so I'm going to be looking at this one as well. And the third one that I'm going to be comparing is by L'Oreal. We all know who L'Oreal are, don't we? The big global brand. They own lots of other brands as well, don't they? Well, L'Oreal have recently come out with a cushion foundation, and it's this one. It's in their Infallible line. So yeah, I'm going to be putting these three products to the test. I'm going to be talking to you about them, showing you an unboxing. I'm going to be showing you how I applied them to my face, and I'm going to be doing check-ins through the days. I'm going to wear them on 3 different days, and then I'm going to do an end of the day check-in and show you how they all hold up. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you which one is my favorite, because I do have a favorite, and there's one that I really don't like at all. But you'll see as we go through the video, you'll see which ones they are. So stick with me, and we're going to get started now with the L'Oreal. Hi, so the first product that I'm going to be testing today is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear 24-Hour Cushion Foundation, and I have it in the shade 100 Neutral. And I'm going to insert some footage here of me opening the product and just taking it out of the packaging so that you can see what it looks like when it's new. Now, the L'Oreal claim that this product is a medium buildable coverage. They say it has a skin-like, slightly radiant finish. It has undetectable, flawless coverage. It's long wear. They say you'll get 24-hour wear out of this. And they also say it's ideal for doing quick touch-ups throughout the day. That's the case with all of these cushion foundations. They come in a really nice, handy little compact. You've got your sponge, you've got your mirror, you've got everything you need to just do a quick touch-up through the day. It will cost £19.99 for 11 grams of product. Personally, I felt that was quite pricey for L'Oreal. £20 for a foundation. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do let me know. It comes in 16 different shades. And 16 shades, I mean, that's okay. It's not brilliant, but it's okay, isn't it? There are far worse shade ranges than that. It was designed in Korea but made in China, and they don't say whether it contains an SPF or not. So I think we're probably safer to assume that it doesn't contain an SPF. Now, this is one of L'Oreal's Korean-inspired on-the-go complexion products. As I said in the introduction, these cushion foundations were very much inspired by Korean beauty. It's all about looking very fresh and very skin-like and very healthy and natural. So I'm going to get on to the wear test of this now in a minute. But before I do, I just want to show you a list of the ingredients of this product. And you'll see on this list that the second ingredient is cyclopentasiloxane. Now, that is the silicone that's recently been banned in Europe. So all companies have to phase that out of their products by June 2027. So that's just over a year away from the point at which I'm filming this video. So I don't know if L'Oreal are planning to reformulate this or if they're just not going to be selling it in Europe anymore. I don't know. So if you are interested in this foundation, probably best to get it now while you can, or you might want to wait and see my review of it first to see what I think. But there you go, that's the L'Oreal foundation, and now I'm going to show you how it applied. Hi, so today is Monday and it's day one of my cushion foundation test. Now, the one I'm going to use today is the L'Oreal Infallible Cushion Foundation, and I'm using this in the shade 100 Neutral. And I'm going to use the same primer underneath all three of these cushion foundations. And that's going to be my Revlon Prime Plus in the mattifying and pore reducing version. I have heard that these cushion foundations can get a bit dewy and a bit shiny through the day. And obviously, as I'm combination oily, I don't want that to happen. So the same primer is going to be used for all three foundations. So let's get into this one then, the L'Oreal Infallible Cushion Foundation. Here we are, there's the product, and I'm going to take it on the sponge applicator that they provide. And I have heard as well that for best results, just tap it on there too. It just helps to get an even amount on the applicator. So let's just apply this to my skin. Ooh, that is full coverage. Oh yeah, it is full coverage. I think that's better if I swipe than dab, actually. What do you think of that colour? It's not too bad a shade, is it? It's probably a bit more on the yellow side than I normally go for. But we'll see, we'll see. Once I put the rest of my makeup products over the top, it might be all right, actually. Let's see. See how we go. Okay, well, first glance, that's gone on really nicely and smoothly. Covered my redness nicely. Let's see how buildable it is. So if I dab a bit more on my red bits there on my cheeks. Yeah, that's building up quite nicely actually. It's sitting nicely over that primer, I must say. Onto the forehead. Oh, it's a bit awkward if you're used to applying your foundation with a brush or with your fingers. It's a bit awkward just at first until I get used to this new method. I'm not a big sponge user when I apply foundations. If you are, you'll probably take to this a bit easier. Let's just see how that's going on. So I had a spot there, you probably noticed. Might need to go over that with some concealer actually. There we go. Okay, well, that is on. I did have a brush at the ready in case I felt I needed to just go over it with a brush, but I think I'm going to make that do. Actually, I'm just going to put a bit more over here. I can see a few red splotches over there. What about this side? A bit more in there. Okay, well, it feels like it's dried down really quickly, actually. And yeah, so first glance, it's looking good. I'm going to go and do the rest of my makeup now, and I'll come back in a minute and show you the finished result. So I've done the rest of my makeup products now, and I have to say, first impressions of this L'Oreal Infallible Cushion Foundation are okay. I mean, I don't love it. It's not immediately shot up to one of my top favourites. If I just have a close-up look in my mirror, yeah, it just feels, I can feel it on my face, if you know what I mean. And I feel like it maybe is settling into my lines under here. I feel like the pores on my nose are still very visible. It's covered my redness on my cheeks, okay, but it just feels dry, and I don't have dry skin, but my face just feels like it's got a dry mask on it. Now, sometimes foundations that start off like this in the morning can improve over the course of the day as my natural oils come through. I'm hoping that that's going to happen with this one, because at the moment, I don't know, I'm not loving it, if I'm honest. And it's a shame, because I did love this one from L'Oreal, the Infallible Liquid Foundation. And obviously these two, they're in the same line, aren't they, from L'Oreal? I thought the coverage was very, very full at first, and it is. And, you know, if you have any sort of areas of pigmentation or any redness or any sort of redness from scars on your face, I think it will cover it. But the overall feel, I don't think it feels pleasant on the face. So I'm going to check back in with you in about 4 hours to see how it's holding up. It's been just over 4 hours now, and I have to say, I'm not particularly liking this foundation. If I just take my glasses off just to give you a close-up look. At a glance in the mirror, it probably looks quite nice, but if you get close, you can see how it's kind of separating around my nose, and my pores are quite visible. I feel it is sticking to dry patches, and the biggest thing for me though really is that I really don't like how it's feeling on my face. It feels very, very dry. It feels very mask-like, and it's starting to actually feel a bit itchy on my face as well, which is really not pleasant. So I don't know if I'm maybe sensitive to an ingredient that's in this foundation. I don't know. But yeah, at the 4 hour mark, I must say, it's not my favorite. Ignore the little red lines here, marks. I've had my my glasses on. But I mean, just looking in my phone now at a distance, it looks nice, but close up and the way it feels, it's not my favorite. So I'm going to give it another couple of hours, and I'll check back in with you later on. It's just under 6 hours now, and things have just gone from bad to worse, to be honest with you. Really, really not enjoying how this is feeling on my face. That itchy feeling that I talked about earlier, it's got worse. It's just feeling very, very irritated on my skin, and I just can't wait to go and wash my face now, to be honest with you. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, in terms of positives, I guess the coverage is good. You can get a good full coverage from it if you want to. This colour 100 neutral, I think, was a decent shade match for me. But for everything else, for how it's worn, I'm not particularly pleased with it. It has broken down a lot around the centre of my face. It's been clinging to my dry areas. And yeah, I mean, from this distance, it might look okay, but close up, I don't like it. And as I say, I just can't stand how it's feeling anymore. So this one, unfortunately, is not for me. And it's a real shame. I'm so disappointed. I really thought I would like this one, because I usually get on really well with L'Oreal foundations. The True Match I've used for many, many years, and I really like it. This one, the Liquid Infallible Fresh Wear, I really, really like this. So I was expecting to like it. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out this time. But as I say, as things stand for now, it's a thumbs down from me for this one. So moving on now to the Sculpted by Aimee Cream Cushion Foundation. This is 15 grams worth of product and it costs £28. It comes in 30 shades, which is a bit better than the L'Oreal. It also contains an SPF of 30. It's quite handy to have that extra top up, isn't it, over your SPF that you use underneath it, of course. This one, it's not a cushion texture like the other ones are. It's got a mesh layer on the top, which is really nice. It's just a different delivery system, isn't it? But I thought that was really nice. You'll see in the footage here of me unwrapping it what that looks like. So Irish makeup artist Amy Connolly started this brand back in, I think it was 2017, around that sort of time. It's a skincare led brand. She's very, very popular for people who want real skin makeup looks. Another good thing about this one is that it's refillable. So once you have used up all the product in this, you can purchase refills for it as well. The brand says it's good for normal, combination and dry skin. They also say it's very good for mature skin. And anybody who dislikes heavy foundations, sort of the full coverage matte heavy foundations, this is good for people that don't like that. It's got a flexible skin-like finish and it's made in South Korea. It's actually made in South Korea, this one. Amy also says that you can use either the sponge that comes with it or a brush. What I've seen people do online is apply it with the little sponge first, dab it on, and then blend it out with a brush. In my wear tests though, I did apply all three products with the little sponge that comes with it, just because I wanted to make sure that I was giving everything a fair and equal test. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing that. Now I'm going to put up the ingredients here for you so that you can have a look at what it contains. If you're interested in that, just take a screenshot. But as you can see, there's no cyclopentasiloxane in it. You can have a look for yourselves to see if there's any ingredients there that you personally might be sensitive to. But the Sculpted by Aimee Cream Cushion Foundation, let's get into the application. Hi, so it's now day 2 of my cushion foundation comparison, and today I'm going to be wearing the Sculpted by Aimee Cream Cushion Foundation, and I have this in the shade 2.75N. And I'm really excited about this one. It's gorgeous. This is probably the packaging that I love the most. Beautiful little pink puff here. And if I show you the product itself, it's different to the others, this one, because it's not actually a spongy cushion. It's mesh. And it just feels so unique and different. I'm really, really excited about trying this one. So let's get the puff on my finger and dab it in that beautiful mesh component there. And as we did with the other one, I'm just going to tap it off onto that side slightly and go into my face with this. So I've got the same skincare on as yesterday. I'm wearing the same primer as yesterday, just to make it a fair test. Oh, okay, this feels nice. Bit more. This feels very nice going on, actually. It's not as heavy full coverage as the L'Oreal one yesterday, which feels nice, I must admit. Ah, yeah, I'd say that 2.75 colour is a good match for me. It's covering nicely. How does that look for you in the screen? It's covering really nicely. Again, I do have a brush at the ready here in case I want to go over it and blend it, but I don't know. It's applying really nicely just with this applicator. Ooh, I do like this. This is really nice. Yeah, just a lovely sort of light to medium coverage, I'd say at this point. I will see if you can build it up. I really like how this is feeling at this early stage. Right, let me just see in my mirror. bit more down here, I think. Wow, that looks so smooth. That looks really, really nice. My lines look good. My pores at this stage are looking good. I mean, the true test is going to be how it wears through the day, isn't it? Well, I'm going to show you that later on. I'll show you it outside in natural daylight and after a few hours. Got a busy day today, actually. I'm going down to see my daughter and granddaughter. So this foundation's going to have its work cut out for it. I'm going to be cuddling the baby and playing with the baby and all that sort of stuff, you know, grandma life. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to go and put on the rest of my makeup now, and I'll be back to show you the finished result in a minute. So the rest of my makeup is on, and I must say, at this stage, I'm really, really liking this foundation a lot. The Cream Cushion Foundation by Sculpted by Aimee in 2.75. It is so nice. It just feels so smooth. The rest of my makeup just glided on lovely over it. Whoa, the sunlight's doing weird things through the window. I hope that's not too distracting for you. But at this stage, I have to say, first impressions, very, very good for the Sculpted by Aimee. I'm going to wear it all day. It's just coming up to 8:15 in the morning now, and I have got a busy, busy day ahead of me. My only concern is this foundation has got quite a dewy finish. It's nowhere near as matte as the L'Oreal one yesterday was. So my only concern is how is it going to hold up through the day? Because obviously my skin is on the oily side, so that's going to be interesting. But certainly as it stands right now at the moment, first thing in the morning, I think it looks lovely. Hi, so it's been about 5 hours now since I applied this foundation, and for the first 3 or 4 hours, excuse that. For the first 3 or 4 hours, it looked beautiful. My skin looked really, really lovely and healthy and smooth and nice. And since then, sort of coming up to the 4 or 5 hour mark, I do feel like it's just starting to fade. It's just starting to fade. But it's fading lovely. It's even. It's fading really, really nicely. It's not patchy. It's not clinging to any dry areas. I still feel like I've got a nice healthy glow to my face, and on the whole I am happy with it. I do still really like it. So I'm going to leave it a few more hours now, and I'll come back at the end of the day and show you how it's held up. So it's been 10 hours now since I put this makeup on this morning. I've had a really busy, long day today. And I must say, looking in the mirror, I think it's pretty much worn off now, hasn't it? And I'm looking very shiny, very dewy, quite red. Yeah. But I mean, it was beautiful when it first went on, and for those first few hours, it was beautiful. It was lovely. And I'd say I got, I'd say about 4 or 5 hours out of it, and then it started to wear off. But then I've got oily skin, and I don't know if these cushion foundations are really meant for people with oily skin. I think if you have dry skin or if you have mature skin, I think you'd really like it. But as I say, you know, it looked lovely at first, and I got sort of 5 or so hours out of it before it really started to wear off. But when it did wear off, it did so very nicely. As I said earlier, it wasn't patchy or anything like that. It just wore away evenly and nicely. And I mean, I don't feel at any point like it's looked a mess. You know, it hasn't. It's been very nice. It just hasn't lasted. So it's not one for those long days, you know. So there we are. That's my 10-hour end of day wear test of the Sculpted by Aimee foundation. So last but not least, let's take a look at the TirTir Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. And as you can see, this one comes in 2 sizes. And I've got the 2 boxes here to show you as well. I do have them in different shades because with this one, I wasn't sure what shade I would be. The larger one I've got in 21N Ivory, and the smaller one I've got in 21C cool ivory. So they are slightly different. This one's a slightly warmer tone, this one's slightly cooler tone. So if you're not sure what shade you'd be, I would suggest getting the small one first so that you can try it out. In the wear test though, I'm going to be using the larger size one just because I felt that that was a slightly better shade match for me. And look at them, how cute is that little one? Perfect for travel, isn't it? Or as I say, just order that one to get your colour match before you go ahead and purchase the large size. So this was the original, it's from the Korean beauty brand TirTir. They do lots of different cushion foundations, not just this red one. They do an orange one, they do a pink one, a silver one, and they all have slightly different finishes, all for different skin concerns. And yeah, this was very, very popular. And as I said, it went viral on TikTok last year. And of course, I mean, I don't go on TikTok. That's young people, isn't it? So I just wanted to know, is it going to work on me? Because it looks gorgeous on the young people, doesn't it? It really does. That whole glass skin thing, beautiful on 20-year-olds. But is it going to work on me? I'm in my late 40s. Who knows? That's why I wanted to try it. Okay, so they say that this one will give you a full coverage. It will give you a satiny skin-like finish with a slight glow. It's not glowy though, and it's not matte. It's sort of, you know, that demi-matte sort of satin finish, really. It will cost you £19 for 18 grams of product. So it actually works out more cost effective than the L'Oreal one, which was interesting. It also comes in 40 shades. That's 40 shades, which is phenomenal. And it is one of the most inclusive Korean cushion ranges. A lot of the Korean brands, they don't do very many shades at all, but this one comes in 40 different shades. So I think most people will be able to find something that works for them. TirTir also claim that this one will last 72 hours. Now, I'm never going to test a foundation for 72 hours, so I can't say. I'm not going to be able to tell you if that's true or not. I'm not wearing foundation for that long. If you do, please let me know. Did it last for 72 hours? I'm sure we'd all love to know. This one also contains an SPF of 40 plus. So again, nice to have that little bit of extra top up in your foundation. They say it works on normal, combination and oily skin. Maybe not so much for drier skins though. It's got a high coverage with a lightweight feel, and it's great for those long days, you know, if you may be working long hours, or if you have an event, a wedding, a special occasion, and you want your makeup to look good for a long day. This one says it's very good for that. So I'm going to look at the ingredients list now. And again, as you will see, cyclopentasiloxane is on the list. So if TirTir want to carry on selling in Europe, they're going to have to reformulate it to take that ingredient out. Sadly, or they're all having to do it, aren't they? All the brands are having to do that. But as it stands at the moment, this is the ingredients list. So let's get on to the application and wear test. Hi, so today is day 3 of our cushion foundation wear test, and today's product is going to be the TirTir Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. And I've got this one in the shade 2N, I think that says. Hold on, let me just check. It's 21N Ivory. I have this one. And so let's have a look. Let's have a look at it. Oh, nice sponge. Yeah, it looks very nice, doesn't it? Nice sponge here, which I'm going to put on my fingertip like this, because this is how I've seen other people doing it. So let's get a good amount of that in the sponge. You see, it's a nice sort of spongy sponge, this one is. It's not a mesh like the Sculpted by Aimee, which I did like that product. But yeah, that's got a good amount on there. Now I've seen people just dab it off on here just to give you an even amount on the applicator. So let's apply some of this to my face and see how it's looking. Okay, that colour's not too bad. It's a bit on the light side maybe, but let's see when I blend it out. I think we'll be able to make this work. Oh, I've got quite a lot of product on here actually. This might be able to do most of my face. Let's see. So when I was applying the others, I was very much dabbing it, wasn't I? But I think with this one, it feels like it would benefit from swiping it a bit like this. Yeah, so there's no fragrance at all that I'm picking up from this one. And again, it feels nice. It feels nice. It's looking very nice at this stage. I have to say that. It's covered the redness. Have I got polka dot pores? No, it's not. It doesn't seem to be settling into my pores. Just take a little bit more for my forehead. Okay, and let's dab that in up there. Okay, yeah. Oh, dab this off. There's definitely a technique, isn't there? When you're applying a new kind of product to what you're used to, there's always a new technique to have to get to grips with. And for me, applying foundations with one of these, it's a fairly different process to what I'm used to. But it's nice though. Yeah. I really like these compacts because you've got everything you need. You've got your mirror, you've got your applicator, you've got the product itself, all in one handy little compact. So I do like that about these cushions. So there we go. How is this looking? Let's have a look in the mirror. I think that's very, very nice at this stage. Yeah, it looks nice. It feels nice. I'll go and put on the rest of my makeup now and I'll be back in a minute. Hi, so I've got the rest of my makeup on now, exactly the same products that I've used on the other 2 days, apart from eyeshadow. I haven't got any eyeshadow on today. I'm just having a fairly casual day today. I'm going to go to the park with my granddaughter and just playing with her in the house for the rest of the day. So this is it. And I have to say, first impressions of the TirTir foundation are really, really good. I love the coverage. The colour seems to be a good match for me. I like the way it's sitting on my skin. It's not emphasizing any of the bits I don't want emphasizing. It's nice and smooth. It's not looking as dewy at this stage as the Sculpted by Aimee one was looking earlier on yesterday. So that might mean that I might get a bit more longevity out of it through the day. So fingers crossed for that. Yeah, at the moment it's looking good, but I will check in with you later, maybe even from the park in daylight, and we'll see how it's holding up. So it's been 4.5 hours now since I put this TirTir cushion foundation on. I'm out at the park with my granddaughter. We've been having a lovely time looking at the ducks on the lake and things. Beautiful, gorgeous weather today. Really, really nice. Anyway, the foundation, it's holding up really, really well after this length of time. And my daughter's with us too, and I asked her what she thought, and she said it's looking pretty good. The coverage is still there. It's not settling into lines. My pores are looking okay as well. And yeah, she said it's looking good. So we've got the thumbs up from my daughter. Just trying to spin you around to see how I can get the best light for you to see my face. So it's a little bit breezy, but yeah, as it stands now, I'm very impressed with the TirTir Red Cushion Foundation. So I'll check back in with you later on and give you my final thoughts. Well, it has been 11 hours since I put my makeup on this morning. And I have to say, this foundation has held up beautifully. I mean, it's still on. I still have coverage and I still got this lovely, smooth, sort of really flattering, healthy glow to my skin. And okay, the couple of little spots that I've had this week, they're starting to show through now. When foundations do tend to break down on me, it's usually down the T-zone area. So it's a little bit just starting to break down just a little bit here. But it's been 11 hours. I think it has performed phenomenally well. I really do. And I've been outside a lot today. I've done a lot of walking today around the park. I've been playing with my granddaughter and hugging her. And, you know, she's a baby, so I've been sort of hugging her. And it is still on, and it is still looking really, really good. So the TirTir Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation, I think I've got a favourite, and I think it's this one. I think I definitely saved the best for last, didn't I, here? It's in the shade 21N Ivory, this one, and I think it's a really great shade match for me as well. So what do you think? I'm definitely very, very impressed. So there you go. That is my 3 days of testing out 3 different cushion foundations. I'm going to go now, and when I come back, I'll be giving you my overall sort of opinion on all of them and who I would recommend them for. So there you have it then. That's all of my thoughts and feelings and opinions on these 3 cushion foundations. And there is a clear winner, and it is the TirTir foundation. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it a lot since I did this wear test. I think it's beautiful, and the staying power is absolutely phenomenal on this one. I really, really do like it. So I think if you have a similar skin type to me, so I'm combination oily, I'm in my late 40s, I've got all the usual issues of somebody in their late 40s. I've got pores, I've got fine lines, you know how it is, don't you? It's very, very flattering on my skin. I should say as well, I used the same primer, and I used all of the same makeup products on each of the 3 days when I was testing these products, just to make it a fair test. The one that I really, really didn't like at all, surprisingly, was the L'Oreal Infallible. I was expecting to love this because I do tend to get on very well with L'Oreal foundations, but I just hated the way it felt on my skin. It felt heavy, it was itchy, I felt irritated by it. Maybe there's an ingredient in this that I don't get on with, I don't know, but I didn't like this one at all. The Sculpted by Aimee one, beautiful at first, wasn't it? And I got a lovely sort of 4 hours, 5 hours, but then it did wear off. So if you want a foundation just for if you're going out for dinner or something like that, if you don't need it to last a long time, but you just want your skin to look really, really good, this could be a good one for you. If you have a drier skin than me, though, this might work really well for you. You might get a longer staying power. If you have more mature skin than me, you might really like this one. But if you're on the oilier side, which I am, I don't know, you're probably not going to get the staying power from this, but beautiful at first. So there you go. That's all of my thoughts on those 3 cushion foundations. Do please let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these? Have you tried any cushion foundations? Are you interested? Do you want to delve into the world of Korean beauty and the Korean cushion foundations? Let me know what you think. So thank you so, so much for your time. I've really enjoyed doing this wear test and comparison, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.